Welcome to the Mustang Champions Insights Podcast, connecting audiences with those who work with, train, and compete with American Mustangs. Join us as we talk to fellow Mustang champions about their perspectives and experiences in working with Mustangs as companions and champions. Here's your host, Matt Manroe.
I'd like to welcome you to the Mustang Champions Insights Podcast. Mustang Champions is a nonprofit, and we work in partnership with the Bureau of Land Management Wild Horse and Burro program to help get Mustangs that they've been gathered off the range, to get them adopted and purchased and into private care, into homes. I am Matt Manroe. I am the Executive Director of Mustang Champions. And with this podcast, we really hope to introduce you to different people from different backgrounds and experiences that currently promote or own or have worked with trained Mustangs for competitions, for work horses, or just to be great companion horses. We want you to understand the differences between Mustangs and domestic horses and how versatile they can be. And our hope is that you will learn enough and be interested enough to one day adopt a Mustang of your own. And part of this podcast is we have an upcoming event where that is possible for you to adopt a Mustang. I am here today with Lauren Lovelace Murray. She is the Executive Vice President with the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo. Welcome, Lauren.
Hi, Matt. Thank you for having me today. I'm excited to have this chance to have a conversation with you about Mustangs.
So Lauren and I know each other from years of creating, marketing, and producing an event called Mustang Magic at the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo. And Lauren, how long have you been producing equestrian events and competitions?
So I've been with the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo since 2005. So I'm going on almost 21 years here. Primarily spent the majority of my time here in the horse show department and focusing on equine events. Prior to that, I was still in college and I was producing small barrel races and ropings at the Texas Tech Equestrian Center prior to graduation there. So I kind of started doing real small events there and then came to the stock show and eventually started doing about a 16 breed discipline show. And one of those that we ended up highlighting was Mustang Magic that started in 2009 here.
So with no competition in 2021,
correct.
This January 2026 will be the 17th Mustang Magic. Is that right?
That's correct.
Fantastic. And let's just go back a little bit in your past. What was your growing up experience with horses?
Sure. So I wasn't raised on a ranch or in the country or anything like that. I grew up in Grapevine, Texas. My parents were in education. So whenever I was a little girl, for some reason, I just had an affinity for wanting to be around horses. They always say the first toy I ever asked them for was a My Little Pony. And so fortunately, my dad had a student at the time that when I was about 7 that was teaching riding lessons at a riding school close by. And so he got me situated with her. And so I started taking riding lessons there and then developed into barrel racing. The lady that was the instructor there was a barrel racer. And so I ended up getting to tag along with her quite a bit. So I continued on into barrel racing through high school and college. We here at the stock show before quite a while ago, it was not a professional women's barrel race. It was called the Invitational Ranch Girls Barrel Race. And so you had to be invited to compete in the rodeo performances in the barrel racing event. And so I was fortunate enough to be invited to get to come to compete in that. So that was always like our big end of the year cumulative of working all season for that event here locally.
Nice. So let's talk about Mustangs for a moment. Okay. And this Mustang Magic event that was created years ago, I know historically has been extremely popular. Why do you think it is such a popular event?
I think that it's really popular here in Fort Worth too, because it at first, especially, it's not a traditional horse show. You know, there's a lot of creativity that's expressed through it. It shows a different sort of horsemanship and horsemanship skills. You know, it's an entertainment event that draws people too. And I know that, that you see, I think there's a little bit of a almost shock factor to see these horses that were in the wild 100 days ago being brought to an arena, and especially getting the opportunity to be in the historical Coliseum like we have here, and show what their trainability and their versatility is to a horse enthusiast. I think that's just a big draw to our community. In our community here, you do see lots of horse shows year round, and there are traditional, horse events that are seen throughout. But I think this brings in a little bit of flair almost, and creativity is not usually seen in a lot of the other horse events.
Right. And our Mustang Magic is an invitation event. So you are watching some of the top trainers in the nation, certainly some of our top Mustang trainers. And it is a gift to be able to gentle a Mustang and then bring it to competition in such a short period of time. And it is really amazing, particularly with the top 10 in the finals, what competitors are able to do with their Mustangs.
Very much so. I see them doing things out there a lot that I'm thinking I wouldn't even do that on my 16-year-old domestic gelding at home, that, puts you in awe of what all they can do and the trust that they build so quickly, and how much they're able to, especially bringing these horses into the stock show is a more of a challenge than going to another arena. With our show is a 23-day event that has all sorts of livestock shows going on, a giant carnival midway, lots of general public. Over the 23 days, we'll have 1.2 million people here. So
wow.
There's a lot more going on than just pulling up to the arena and taking your horse into show. There's lots more challenges and interesting things for those trainers and horses to deal with, as they're also trying to compete for this large purse and in front of such a large crowd.
Yeah, definitely. And Lauren, I think you'll join me. We want to invite everybody to attend Mustang Magic this year, especially the top 10 final competition, which is Saturday night, January the 24th, and it is in the famed, historied Will Rogers Coliseum. So that is always I feel honored to get to watch competition.
Well, and it'll be exciting. Arena. It'll be exciting this year with it to be in the Coliseum, because we're just completing, prior to the stock show, a $50 million renovation to that building.
Nice.
It'll be 100 years old in 2036. So we're working through phases to restore it back to the historical building that it is, and shine it up, but also to bring in some new amenities that are expected and appreciated in modern venues. So bathroom updates, new HVAC, new electric, all sorts of things that might not shine out at first, but will be great for the long end user. So it's part of a multiple phase. So this year, Mustang Magic will be one of the first big events in that Coliseum after the renovation. So it'll be exciting not only to see the event, but also to see what the Coliseum looks like, being freshened up quite a bit.
Well, and Mustang Magic is a rare opportunity for people to be able to attend and adopt a competition Mustang for their own. I mean, Thursday and Friday, you can meet with the trainers, meet the Mustangs, find your Mustang, hopefully, that you can then bid on and adopt at the Saturday night event. It's really very exciting to be a part of.
Yes, Saturday night's always a sellout. I will say, I think over the years, this event has sold out the majority of times. I know we started in the John Justin Arena, and it expanded so quickly and was a little bit overflowing with folks, that we were able to move it to the Coliseum, thank goodness. But now that it's in the Coliseum, that Saturday night usually is a sellout, which is around 5,000 people now. And then, to get to stay and these beautiful animals then adopted and go to their next homes is really a treat for all of us to get to see and experience. And just to watch that auction go on and see the passion from the trainers, but also to see the passion and excitement from the new buyers of what their future's or adopters for what that's going to look like, is truly an experience that you won't want to miss.
Yeah, I always find it's very exciting to go then down to the stall area after the adoption auction event, and just see the emotion between the trainers and the new owners.
It's amazing.
It gets me choked up every time.
Yeah,
I would definitely encourage everyone to get their tickets sooner than later, because it literally did sell out last year.
And the Mustang events actually, I believe, start on the 22nd. And then on Friday night, there's the ticketed event of the Horses and Horsemen of the World, which is a great event that we started last year that we're doing again. And so you won't want to miss that. There's lots of pageantry and different horses that you don't see all the time, showing different disciplines and different work that they all do. And then we'll finalize it on that Saturday night with the top 10 and the adoption. So the tickets are available at fwssr.com. I wouldn't wait too much longer because we always get a lot of ticket sales around Christmas time. So you might want to make sure you get your preferred seats. I'd go ahead and look at that website and see if you can find something that works for you and your family.
You can also go to mustangchampions.org/magic is another way to get in. And it is through Ticketmaster, correct?
It is. It is through Ticketmaster.
So, Lauren, I just thank you for what you do.
Oh,
and thank you to the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo and staff for helping us to get more Mustangs adopted and placed into good homes.
Well, it's been a pleasure to work with you, Matt, and with Stormy and Callie over the years. And partnering with Mustang Champions has been a great avenue for all of us to spread the word and educate on where these horses are and what can be done with them.
Right. So again, thank you for joining us today, and we'll definitely see you in January.
I can't wait. And it's going to be beautiful weather, so get ready.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in to the Mustang Champions Insights Podcast. We hope you enjoyed this insightful journey into the world of the American Mustang. Please share this episode and contact Matt anytime at matt.manroe@mustangchampions.org. And join us again for another episode of the Mustang Champions Insights Podcast on the Equus Radio Network.